Virgo, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Virgos, please. All right, Virgo, your energy, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Your person showing up as the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. They're viewing you as the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. What you're not seeing is the Devil, Capricorn energy. And we also have the Ace of Cups coming through. Now, all of the cards came out in reverse, so I'm on my channel, we put them in the upright. All right, so a lot of my Virgos, I feel like you've experienced some sort of painful ending here. And I think you're in the process of healing, but I think you're still kind of focused on what's missing or what went wrong. You may be feeling lonely, you may be feeling left out in the cold, and you may be just missing someone here. All right, with the Five of Wands, there may have been a lot of fighting, bickering, and arguing, though, in this connection. But I also think this ending represents, with these double fives, a really big change for you. So this may have been a long-term connection, or it may have been someone that you were married to, or that you saw a future with, or you saw yourself marrying. I do feel like you're also feeling a little bit conflicted because you know that you're still mourning this connection. And with the Sun in reverse, you're viewing this person as maybe someone who's secretive or someone who wasn't quite who you thought they were. Now, this is Leo energy. You may also feel like this person is acting like everything's fine, but deep down you know that they're probably hurting too. But you're viewing the connection as the Death card, Scorpio energy. So Virgo, you're seeing an ending here. But remember, the Death card also represents rebirth. So I have a feeling a lot of my Virgos, you're seeing that, okay, this is clearly over for now. All right, but wondering or toying with the possibility about whether or not this can transform. Well, your person is in the Three of Swords energy. Now, I don't know if they put you in some sort of third-party situation, Virgo, or is this person just really hurt and heartbroken? We see the Ten of Pentacles. This person wants connection. This person has a lot to offer is what I'm getting. Now, the King of Wands and that Sun card tell me this person may be a Leo, or they might have strong fire in their chart, which can be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The King of Wands tells me this person is sexy, they're powerful, they're attractive. I do think that this person is actually really very focused on you, maybe even low-key obsessed with you here, Virgo. I think this person really wants you back. All right, we see the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, they may have been the one who pushed you away, but I think they're changing their tune. And I think this person also realizes that if they want to have victory, they need to let you in. And they need to let down their guard. They need to leave their ego at the door. And the Nine of Wands energy in reverse. Yeah, this person realizes in order to get what they want, they need to be vulnerable with you. And being vulnerable with you means being honest and being open and telling you how they really feel. All right. And we see the Hierophant in reverse. So they're definitely affected by this connection, the instability here of this connection or this separation. I think this person also realizes with the Hierophant in reverse that they need to do things differently. They need to switch up their codes of conduct with you, Virgo. I'm also seeing with the Hierophant in reverse and with that Ten of Pentacles spirit showing me that for some of you, they allowed family to get in the way. Or, you know, they're worried that you have different backgrounds, different race, religions, traditions. And with the Hierophant here, you know, they may have allowed some interference there with family, or maybe they, you know, because you two were very different, that posed some sort of risk or problem here in this connection. The Wheel of Fortune, though, tells me this person sees your worth and your value, and you both are very high value. You know, they're coming through as Ten of Pentacles, you're coming through as the Wheel of Fortune, so I do see power couple energy. The Wheel of Fortune tells me they see you as a destined partner, Virgo, and they're very clear about what you mean to them. The King of Cups. Some of you have water in your chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But this person sees you as a creative visionary. They see you as loving, even if you don't necessarily wear your heart on your sleeve. But they're also worried about distance. You know, they're worried that you've put distance between you and them, that you're no longer going to, give them a shot. The Three of Wands, though, also tells me that, Virgo, you are exactly what they've been waiting for. And they definitely see that now. And with the Devil energy, yeah, they couldn't let go of you if they tried. Capricorn energy, they see you as hardworking, they see you as practical, they see you as wise. But there's this cord between the two of you that they feel is unbreakable or can't be cut. There's also really, really strong physical attraction. But they may also be very well aware that something here needs to change between the two of you. You know, the Devil coming through twice can be like there's a toxic pattern or, behavior here that needs to shift or change. Now, the Devil, Capricorn energy, tells me that this person is low-key obsessed with you. They fantasize about you as well. They're very physically attracted to you. But I get that it's more than that. I really do. I get that it's more than that. We see the King of Wands in reverse. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Hanged Man. Yeah. This person, they're hanging out in your energy, Virgo, so they may be checking you out online. They may even be like driving by your house or walking by your job or something like that. But the King of Wands in reverse tells me that they're lacking a little bit of confidence still about how to come towards you. Like they've got one foot in the door, one foot out. They're holding back. They're still trying to figure things out. They're looking at all the details. And the Knight of Wands energy in reverse, again, tells me that they're lacking confidence. Because I get that this person doesn't want it to just be something physical. And maybe it has been that way, or maybe you're in a makeup and, a breakup and makeup cycle, which, couples do break up and make up. There's nothing wrong with that unless it becomes a pattern that can become quite unhealthy and form a trauma bond. So that might be what you're looking at or what they're looking at. I'm also wondering if this person has notoriously been non-committal, and that may be why you ended things or what came between the two of you. But I do kind of feel like also this person could have people around them that interfere in this connection. Because the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, this could be like a father and a brother or cousins or best friends. It doesn't even have to be male energy. But like there could be people around them that are kind of toxic or unhealthy. Friends that like to keep them single, family members that give them really bad advice or, have shown them, unhealthy ways of showing up in relationships and things like that. So I could definitely see that they do have something sort of toxic or karmic around them. Obviously, it could be third party or romantic rivals, but I feel like it's more like a family influence or like a friend group. The Ace of Cups here, Virgo, tells me there is a chance at a new beginning here. But the decision is going to be up to you about whether or not this is something that you really do want to invest your time and effort into. Spirit saying to hold back, watch and wait. Neither one of you have let go of this connection, but I think you also have to decide with what's going on right now. Is it for your protection and redirection? Or is this something that's really worth holding on to? Because it does seem like that something needs to transform. And with the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces energy, Spirit saying that you can trust your intuition here, okay? And the Page of Swords, I think this person and the Queen of Swords here, they're ready to communicate. So I do think you're going to be getting communication from this person. But I do think it's going to be a really big decision, all right, Virgo, about whether or not this is, what this connection really means. Is it something that, is it something you should let go of, or is it something you should channel time and effort into? So we see take off, all right? This is in your person's energy. They kept selfies, and we see sweet messages. So I do think this person has kept your selfies and the messages. They may have rushed off in a different direction. That's definitely possible. But I actually feel like this person is really hoping that this connection can have a fresh start or can take off again. That's what I'm getting, because I get that they're like, they can't stop thinking about you. And they realize that they need to leave their ego at the door, be vulnerable with you. They do want this to work out. I just kind of feel like there are people around them that for some reason don't want you two together. This person is confident. They're a good communicator. and a night owl. So they definitely spend a lot of time thinking about you, especially those, those hours or minutes before they, they go to sleep. And I do think you're going to get good, clear communication from this person that's going to help you make a decision about whether or not this is something that should be left in the past or something you should move on from, or is it something that you should, see where it goes, hold space and see if things can change between the two of you, or what needs to change and how to make that happen. All right, what else do my Virgos need to know here? New love. So a new love or recommitment is developing here. So this really could be a new cycle in love for the two of you. But again, Virgos, it depends on what's happened here. And it also depends on how much space you're willing to hold to see where this goes. Because I can see there's been pain, there's been heartache, there's been disappointment. And I don't want you to discount that or to minimize how this has affected you. An addiction is affecting this relationship, and we see that with double devil energy. So is this a connection that's unhealthy? Are you addicted to each other? Is it that cycle of breaking up and making up? Does this person have unhealthy habits that need to be addressed? And one person is giving too much in this relationship. So again, reciprocity and balance needs to be restored in order for this to be a healthy connection. And right now it's clearly not. All right. So we see decision, Virgo. It's time to decide about this relationship. And that's your final advice. I mean, there's potentially a new beginning here, but you decide if it's with this person or is it somewhere else. All right. So let's see what this person's very next actions are towards you. Two of Cups, making a decision here. And the Lovers. Again, I read the Lovers card. Originally, it was the card of choice. All right, but I do kind of feel with the Two of Cups and the Lovers, this person is in the process of making a decision. But Gemini energy in its shadow can be, starting things and not quite finishing them, having a lot of emotional tabs open. It could be, third-party interference here, influencing their decision and their actions over the next couple of days. They are coming in to communicate with you, okay? They are coming in to communicate with you here. I don't know why I almost said Gemini. I don't know if some of you are dealing with a Gemini here, but I guess because I was looking at the Lovers card. All right, so even if they're a little bit unsure, I do think that they will be communicating. They're seeing potential for a new beginning. Whether that communication happens over the next week or so, I'm not sure. Like I said, I think there are a lot of people that are trying to influence this person. All right, my lovely Virgo, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.